For this wonderful event marking the 32nd graduation in our school's history, but the very first in the Cougar Dome. I am asking for your help in making this event a positive and dignified ceremony that matches the high standards we expect from our students and sets the tone and tradition for all the graduations to follow. Please be sure to turn off your cell phones and remember that noisemakers or any noise-distracting objects are not permitted. We want to recognize our students and celebrate their successes in a dignified manner commensurate with this event. We want to showcase how our students have experienced excellence and all they have done to be here today. So feel free to applaud our graduates as they are recognized, but as a courtesy to other families, friends, and guests, please limit your applause to make sure that no one misses hearing their child's name being called. We also have multiple camera views and photographers on site to capture this amazing moment. We ask that you remain in your seats and do not rush to the ends for pictures. In the case of an emergency, and if we were to have to evacuate for any reason, and I know that will not be weather related, we will exit quickly and swiftly. Graduates and guests will go as quickly as they can to their automobiles, if appropriate, and we will enter the building if appropriate. In the case of an emergency, you will be notified and all exits will be used. I feel like I'm an air traffic controller. We want to ensure that this is a classy, appropriate, and joyous day for all of our graduates, families, and guests. Thank you for your assistance in making this a wonderful Quince Orchard graduation where we always, always show our Cougar pride. See you soon.
Please stand for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and honored guests, and fellow graduates. It is my pleasure to welcome everyone to the class of 2021's graduation. My name is James Dwan, and it has been a great privilege to serve the class of 2021 as class president. Over the past 4 years, we Cougars have grown to become talented, driven, and visionary individuals. As the fruit of our hard work, we have accomplished a major milestone: graduation. This is a major step in our journey, one that should be recognized for its immense significance. It is an act not only of personal commitment, but also one of pride. We worked hard to get to this day, and our work did not go to waste. Graduation, however, in itself is not our end goal. It is instead a part of the larger journey of life. Life is a journey, and all accomplishments we achieve during its course should be taken as starting points for further achievements. Our graduation should serve as such a starting point, projecting us to wherever our futures are meant to take us. But the road that lies ahead won't be easy. There will be obstacles and missed exits, potholes, and roadblocks. There will be times when each of us will feel like we cannot possibly go on. There will be times when each of us will think they are alone, backs against the walls. We've made it this far. Why should we back out now? Remember the obstacles we've conquered during the past 4 years. The teachers and fellow Cougars that helped us along the way. Nothing worthwhile is easy, and that includes making the most out of our futures. But that doesn't mean we should give up on ourselves and take our friends and mentors for granted. We Cougars will keep pushing forward to achieve our dreams. From this day forward, let us not forget our lessons, memories, and friends we've made at QO. Let us believe in ourselves so that we may reach our goals and fulfill our dreams. Let us be the best that we can be so that we may fill our lives and the lives closest to us with happiness and pride. We've already achieved a milestone by making it to this ceremony today. Now, it's time to continue our journey and begin to build our futures. Remember, once a Cougar, always a Cougar. Thank you for being such an amazing class, and congratulations.
Good morning, class of 2021, graduates, families, faculty, and dignitaries. My name is Stacy Shin, and I have had the honor of serving as your class representative this past year. As we leave this chapter of our lives and step forward towards the unknown, we may face fear, angst, or even self-doubt. Today's music selection reminds us that, despite those fears, we will come out of this period of uncertainty with peace. And as the choir will sing, let not your heart be troubled. After all, we made it here. Now, please join me in giving a warm welcome to Quince Orchard's very own full orchestra and choir, directed by Miss Brigitte Kirchhoff, Mr. Eric Fierro, and Miss Robin Kleiner-Vilgos, as they perform Peace I Leave With You, composed by Miss H.H.A. Beach, edited by Philip Brunel, and arranged by Eric Fierro and Brigitte Kirchhoff.
Thank you for your patience as we are anxiously awaiting to celebrate and listen to our amazing students. We appreciate your patience and understanding because that's what Cougars do.
You
morning. Good morning, Quince Orchard class of 2021, graduates, families, friends, and dignitaries. My name is Amy Vinn, and I am your senior class secretary. Over the last 4 years, we as students have undertaken a long and difficult journey filled with both mistakes and accomplishments that culminated into an unprecedented high school experience. We have worked tirelessly to get where we are, but it is without a doubt that none of us would be here today without our student leaders and the incredible teachers, administrators, and staff who not only guided us in our paths, but advocated for our education to be the best it can be. We are fortunate enough to have many of these individuals joining us today. Seated to my right on stage are Afia Burko Treme, Senior Class Representative, Alexander Schreier, Valedictorian Speaker, Anya Cisse, Student Poet, James Duan, Senior Class President, Mr. Schumann, Student Selected Staff Speaker, Mr. Newman Sunshine, Assistant Principal, Dr. McKnight, Acting Superintendent, and Mrs. Thomas, Quince Orchard Principal. To my left on stage, we have Area Associate Superintendent, Mr. James Koutsos, and seated to the left of the stage, we are joined by Ms. Mondrowski, Board of Education member, Dr. Rotunda Floyd Cooper, Director of Learning Achievement Administration, Stacy Shin, Senior Class Representative, Shrestha Makar, Class Treasurer, Phoebe Portnoy, Class Historian, Dante Thompson, Senior Class Representative, Alexandra Burke, Senior Class Representative, Lauren Kong, SGA President, and Claire Lillestrom, Class Vice President. We also have 4 teachers who will be reading the names of our graduates during the ceremony as they walk across the stage. They are Resource Counselor Mr. Douglas Rivera, Athletic Director Mr. Jeffrey Rapperman, and resource teachers Mrs. Brooke Aranda and Miss Rosie Justilian. To these individuals, we express our utmost gratitude for your dedication to your work and your students. Thank you all so much for being with us on this momentous day.
Good morning, fellow graduates, families, staff, and dignitaries. My name is Shrestha Makar, and I'm Quince Orchard's Senior Class Treasurer. Today, I have the honor of introducing our commencement speaker, Mr. Schumann, who is an APNSL teacher and has been teaching for 14 years. As I have had the pleasure of learning in Mr. Schumann's class, he has always gone the extra mile to build a relationship with his students and bring us joy and laughter. So, without further ado, please join me in a warm welcome to Mr. Joshua Schumann.
Hey everybody. Everybody turn your cameras on. Just kidding, I know seniors don't turn their cameras on. Okay. It's a little joke. If you guys don't like that joke, it's gonna be a long 7 minutes. All right, class of 21. Thank you so much for having me here to chat with you all today. I know today's a big day, so I wore literally the nicest dress that I own. I've actually known for quite some time that I'd be speaking here today. In 2019, Julie and Abigail were in my classroom when I got an email telling me that the graduates that year had correctly chosen Mr. Jernigan to be their commencement speaker. Abigail said to me with certainty, "Don't worry, Mr. Schumann, when we graduate, our class will choose you." And here we are. Thank you for choosing me. In fact, aside from my wife Libby agreeing to marry me 12 years and 1 week ago, being chosen to speak here is probably the greatest honor of my life. So that got me thinking about all the other great Americans that I've seen speak at QO graduations. Supreme Court justices, members of Congress, Annie Coulson, Navy SEALs, self-made billionaires, Riley Hoffman, Jeff Jernigan. And I looked at the list of other speakers around Montgomery County this year. Sports Center's Scott Van Pelt, U.S. Representative Jamie Raskin, and I started to feel a little overwhelmed, all right, like I wasn't worthy. And then I got to thinking that the vast majority of you graduates are going to have a lot more in common with me throughout your life than with those other people. So maybe my thoughts for you guys will be relevant here after all. First things first. I don't really want to talk about COVID at all, ever again, but I heard Abby talking about this and it resonated with me. Last year, the class of 2020 lost the end of their senior year. And they got a lot of praise, a lot of attention. The whole community rallied around them to make it still feel special for them. Fast forward a little while, and you guys missed nearly your entire senior year. But it felt like everyone was kind of done with COVID and not making a big deal about you guys missing all that fun stuff. Anyway, I wanted to acknowledge for you all that you guys had it the toughest of all, even though 2020 maybe got a little more attention for it. You guys are really resilient, and this is a really difficult thing that you all went through. When people hear I'm a high school teacher, I often hear, oh my God, are we doomed in the future, and things like that. Because they see teenagers on the news eating Tide Pods or whatever. But I tell people it's precisely because I'm a high school teacher that I feel really good about the future. Seeing what you guys are capable of, knowing how good you are, makes me feel pretty confident that our country will be in good hands once you guys are in charge. The way you guys sprung into action earlier this year, demanding a positive change that you wanted to see in our school and our school culture, was really inspiring. And for me, and I think probably the other government teachers, it was especially exciting because, like, you were doing the thing, right? At the end of the day, that's what we want from you guys, is to stand up and do something and make your community better. And you did it. And it made me really proud of you guys to see you do the things from our class in real life. Like how a math teacher must feel if you guys all banded together to factor quadratics or whatever. So you're at a really exciting moment in your life, not just because Beach Week is coming up, but because you get a fresh start. Like you're setting out on a road trip, but the best kind of road trip. The kind where you don't even know your destination yet. You know you'll have some fun, and you know you'll make some mistakes. You'll see some crazy things, meet interesting characters, try new foods, and at some point, probably run into some traffic. But those road trips are the most exciting ones. Once you leave here, it'll be a fresh start for you. And you have the ability and the freedom to make a deeper connection to yourself and your identity. Find what makes you feel whole and happy. Fresh starts are rare in life. In fact, it's actually one of the pleasures of being a teacher. Every August, you get to wipe the slate clean and have a chance to try new things a new way, to have the benefit of learning from the past, using what works, and changing what didn't. Luckily for you, you're poised to embark on a fresh start that's going to be wonderful most of the time. If you have yet to discover what gives you that sense of pride or excitement, this is the perfect time to try new things and experiment with the person you'd like to be. Don't be afraid of failing. These proud and tearful faces you see surrounding you are your safety net. It's okay to not know the way or not have a plan. That's where you find your greatest adventures and create your greatest memories. Being an adult is just winging it most of the time anyway. So trust yourself, but be willing to change your mind. It doesn't mean that you're wishy-washy or that you can't make a commitment. It means you're self-reflective and thoughtful. I know it almost seems un-American at this point in our culture, but changing your perspective based on new information that you learned is what a smart person does. Especially in this era where we have so much fake news and so much real news being called fake news, sometimes you are going to be wrong. And that's okay. What isn't okay is to dig your heels in and insist that you're right in the face of actual evidence to the contrary. Again, it is okay to change your perspective when you learn new things. So not long ago, I heard one of our former presidents talking with some colleagues. Some college students. I don't have my reading glasses on. He said, this expectation of ideological purity and never compromise, you should get over that quickly. The world is messy. There are ambiguities. Really good people who do really good things also have flaws. People who you're fighting against also love their families and cheer for the home team just like you. When someone makes a mistake or has a flaw and apologizes and learns, it's okay to forgive them. You don't need to hold it against them forever that they weren't as woke as you or that they're too woke for you. The best way to make a change is not to look at your phone and be as judgmental as possible about other people. It's easy to call someone out and feel smug and superior about it. Trust me on that. But it's not a good vehicle to make real change. So on your road trip, I wish you clear skies, delicious regional delicacies, open road, great music, and companionship that fills your heart with love. Now, as I started thinking about what I could do to send you guys off with a bang, I thought of the question that you all asked me the most when you were in 10th grade. Is this reaccessible? It's not. And heads up, after this, most things aren't reaccessible. Now, the second question requires a little background. So on Fridays in my class, this is for the parents, on Fridays in my class, before we start, I'd put on some beats, and we called it Freestyle Friday, and I would let the kids freestyle rap. And as long as they were willing to rap, that could delay the start of work. And a lot of times kids wouldn't want to, and I'd say, oh, do you want to rap? And I'd make them say, if they didn't want to, I'd make them say, no, I'd rather start work. Anyway, the question I always got, the most, aside from, is this reaccessible, is, Mr. Schumann, why don't you ever rap for us on Freestyle Friday? And to be honest, 2 years ago, I had a 6-period class where Latasia, Jeremiah, Day-Day, Jakari, Jesse would all rap, all the time. And on the last day of school, I told them I'd rap with them, and I should have, but I didn't. So I thought maybe, instead of just listing off my best pieces of advice, I know it's not Friday, and I know it's not a freestyle, but I did write a rap for you guys. And I was wondering if you wanted me to spit this hot fire, because I wouldn't say I'm prepared to do it, but I'm going to do it. So, all right. And I'd like to see Scott Van Pelt or Jamie Raskin try this. All right, I got to get my beats on here. Hold on. Can you guys hear that? Can you guys hear the beat? And can you hear my voice? All right. Well, I missed my cue, so I got to start over. All right, I need you guys behind me on this. So I know it might be cringe to hear me try to rap, but I made a roadmap and I think it kind of slaps. Class of 21, you are the best. Compared to 2020, man, it's no contest. What I really want to do is send you off with a bang, drop nuggets in your face like Jones, Brew, and Yang. Now I got the mic, but I'm not gonna hog it, spitting out bars like my man Mr. Doggett. I want to leave you sized and do something nice and give you some pieces of Schumann's best advice. Life moves fast, so stop and look around. There's beauty and music, adventures abound. Get on the road, drive towards the sun. Work hard, but don't forget to have some fun. Always wear sunscreen even if you're not fair. And for the love of God, order your steak medium rare. Always try new foods, you know you really should. Look, Daniel Tiger says it might taste good. Always pay your bills in full and on time. Skipping those payments ain't a victimless crime. The victim is you, so you know what to do. Pay those bills on time like your man's shoe. Now there's no way around it. This era kinda sucks, but here's something awesome you can do with your bucks. Save up some money, go out and explore. Go to Prague and Baltimore, Norway and Singapore. Go see the world and find some fun adventures. You might not have a chance when you're old and wearing dentures. Everyone has demons that you don't know about, so be kind and real. Don't say stuff just for clout. Stand up for yourself. Don't take any crap and don't smoke cigarettes. No cap. Being a jerk is something you should do none of, but no one is above getting made fun of. Always keep your word and always thank the host. Be nice to your siblings and love them the most. Be a nice person every single day. Be the first to say hello to folks you meet along the way. And when you are friendly, you'll always be cool. And of course, don't forget the famous golden rule. Treat other people the way they want to be treated. That's a good way to keep things from getting heated. Take it from me, your man, Mr. Schumann. No one ever regretted being a good human. Now, money isn't everything, you know that's true. The best things in life will cost zero to you. But money is important. It's definitely something, so protect your pockets and don't spend a lot on dumb things. Now, men out here, on this I'm hell-bent. The only thing you can accept is consent. Affirmative. And freely give and treat women with respect in this life that you're living. Look out for each other. Learn to be a real ally. Don't let misogynists and racists even try. Stand up for justice and be true. Show the world that you know all humans have value. A lot of people say you really shouldn't cuss, but if we're being honest, those people are sus. To know yourself is the key to success, so don't worry about how the others are dressed. Don't let the cool kids say that you ain't hip, cause if you know who you are, you got the drip. And if you hang your head, you're feeling embarrassed, know you're never too old to need your parents. And when you screw up, put on the brakes. Forgive yourself for your own mistakes. And if that happens and you get off track, your family and QO will always have your back. To cheer against your town seems so callous, so support the home team, unless you're from Dallas. As cliche as it sounds, this one is true. You only get one life, so do you. Before I sign off, my last advice is to put away your electronic devices. Be in the moment, because beauty is myriad. That's Schumann's best advice, period. Thank you guys, that was a lot of fun. Congratulations.
I'm not sure how I'm supposed to follow that up, but good morning, distinguished guests, faculty, friends, family, and fellow graduates. My name is Phoebe Portnoy, and it has been my honor to serve as your senior class historian. These past 4 years have been filled with hard work and dedication, and with an unusual ending, I am so excited we can be here today. This year's class secretary, Amy Vinn, is the president of the National Science Honor Society and co-president of Mu Alpha Theta Math Honor Society, as well as an active member of the English, Social Studies, Technical, and National Honor Societies. She is the co-president and founder of QO's Health Occupations Students of America chapter and valedictorian. Amy also participated in QO's girls basketball team. In the fall, Amy plans to attend the University of Maryland to pursue a degree in biology. Please give a warm welcome to my friend and this year's student speaker, Amy Vinn. To our esteemed faculty, guests, parents, and my fellow graduates, welcome. My name is Amy Vinn, and I am your student speaker for the class of 2021. 446 days ago, on March 13th, 2020, it was announced our schools would close for 2 weeks. Then, what we thought would be a long spring break became the rest of our junior year. And then, for many of us, the rest of high school. Everyday interactions with our peers and teachers were diminished into a single black screen. And although this allowed us to shamelessly attend class each day in our pajamas or from remote places, it was incomparable to the senior year we could have had, the senior year we deserved. In 446 days, we lost many things. Motivation, jobs, a little bit of our sanity, relationships, and loved ones. Most of all, we lost time. Time when we were supposed to have those final high school experiences that would last a lifetime. The pandemic took time from us, but it gave us this: the harsh reality that our futures are in no way defined. So I'm not going to talk about cliche ideas like how we all have this perfectly amazing future ahead, because in all likelihood, that would be a lie. In truth, none of us know what the future really holds, and this pandemic is brutal proof of that. But the fact that we probably all won't have completely successful futures is okay, because that's not what 12 plus years of schooling taught us. What we were taught was how to overcome the inevitable struggles we will face, how to persevere through difficult times, and how to use the fundamental theorem of calculus to find the derivative of a definite integral. Thank you, Ms. Patel. So yes, precious time has been lost, but now we, the class of 2021, are going to take it back. It's not just some random phrase inscribed on the back of our senior shirts or printed on our yard signs. It is our time. And 446 days later, today is June 2nd, 2021. Today, we are handed our diplomas. Today, with confidence, courage, and cougar pride, we are ready to brave whatever the world throws at us next. Tomorrow is up to us. Thank you.
Good morning, friends, family, staff, and guests. My name is Dante Thompson, and it has been an adventure being a part of the SGA for the past 2 years and a fellow student of yours. Many of us have been a part of various experiences at QO. throughout our time. And the difficulties of balancing extracurricular activities with schoolwork, someone who has done this effortlessly is our student poet, Anya Cisse. She is the real definition of what it means to be a cougar. She has created many clubs like Freedom Writers, Kyo United, and Arts for Change. She is also a valedictorian, National Merit winner, AP Scholar, and a recipient of the 2021 Alliance of the Black School Board Educators Award. In the fall, Anya plans to attend Harvard University, where she will continue to accomplish amazing things and continue her success. Please welcome Anya Cisse to the stage.
Good morning, graduates, families, dignitaries, and staff. My name is Anya Cisse, and I am honored to be the first student poet in Quince Orchard history. Today, I will recite a self-written poem entitled Graduation. Seated today, we are finding memories once at bay replay in our minds, rewinding our lives to a time when we thought that flies were kind and orange rinds were used to make happy faces. When places didn't hold nostalgia and objects weren't stained by goodbyes. Would you take back those times, the convoluted, rooted in variations of the truth, the dues and cougar crews who made you, you? Oftentimes we look at life with regret, hoping yet that someone has bested time and let us get the ending we always wanted. We lay awake haunted, taunting who we are, looking at life's most nonchalant moments under a potent microscope of insecurity, waiting to be taken seriously in a clearly scandalized society. We permit the thoughts to stay, finding sage advice in dated diatribes and cathartic choruses, listening to all the wrong voices. He said, she said, they said, we said. On the day of dead, it won't matter what who said. It won't matter how poorly you read, how red was the blood that rushed to your face. Graduates, live not in fear of a bad reputation, but in fear of unconquerable stagnation, in a life of self-damnation. Find true liberation on the foundation of flirtation with risk, no longer tisking on the consequences of a mistake made, but trusting in the course of a mind molded. Graduation is a day of reflection, and sometimes we remain on our indiscretions, but we must forgive ourselves for our poor elections. Seeing as life is a deed we've yet to complete, we simply must take a beat to reach our fullest potential. Today, our lives begin. Not because it is the day we leave the past behind, but because it is the day we seek the future's time, healing from history's grime and our past crimes to discover our new prime. Look at the people who surround you, the people that you brought here today. Don't let them stray. Life is not a hill we're meant to climb alone. Share with them the milestones and the postpones and the unknowns, and let their love drown out your fearful tone. May frivolous fun be ever burgeoning in our souls as we grow old, not simply doing what we're told, but finding life's most precious gold: love, joy, peace, and courage. We must use it. We must choose it. And we must pray that we never lose it.
Congratulations to the graduates of the class of 2021. Have an incredible summer and good luck to you all.
Good morning, fellow Cougars. My name is Alexandra Burke, and I'm your senior representative. I have the great honor of introducing our valedictorian speaker. This student has distinguished themselves in the classroom by taking an extraordinary 13 advanced placement classes and achieving an unweighted 4.0 grade point average. This valedictorian was founder of the Student Tutors and Athletic Resources, also known as STARS, and served as a coordinator and tutor for the National Honor Society, and along with being an active member of the National English Honor Society. In addition to standing out in the classroom, this student has been successfully competing on this very football field for the last 4 years and intends to continue his love for the game when he enrolls later this fall at the University of Pennsylvania. Our valedictorian intends to play not only on the school sprint football team, but also concentrate his studies in the disciplines of philosophy, politics, and economics. Please give a loud welcome to our class of 2021 valedictorian speaker, Alex Schreier.
Good morning, Quince Orchard High School. My name is Alex Schreier, a proud student of your 2021 graduating class. I would like to thank all dignitaries, family, and friends for joining me and my fellow classmates in honoring our befitting achievement under very unique circumstances. As the sun rises and sets across each civilization striving to perfect its well-being, no civilization has achieved more of utopian nature than that of the student body. For when we enter school, it is our purpose to understand. Whether it be understanding the intricacies of Zoom, world history, or even our own individuality, we are always subjected to learning, and learning leads to progression, and progression leads to success. As Quince Orchard High School is located in the second most diverse city in the country, we Cougars pride ourselves in understanding each other. I look at our school as a framework of how our country is supposed to operate. A nation with members of different races, religions, opinions, ethnicities, and socioeconomic statuses, all working together to progress in this story called life in which we live. As our civil servants of more advanced levels of government argue, degrade, and polarize a never-ending debate, I've been exposed to a new possibility, one with moderation, temperance, and love. One where argument is present, but also compromise. One where there is common understanding between all groups. And that understanding serves as the impetus driving ourselves in collaboration toward a unified goal. Life is so real in school, for corruption, falsehood, and disinformation are somehow prevented from infiltrating the doors of the House of Scholars. If only the world could live up to that standard. During a lesson in one of my physics classes, retired teacher Mr. Wu, disappointed in my incorrect, perhaps unorthodox methods in solving general physics equations, fired off the question, "You think you're smarter than Newton?" Now, of course, I said no. Yet I challenge all of us to say yes. Why? Our class has produced 49 valedictorians, retains record honor roll rates, and continues to this day to dominate and persevere through the coronavirus pandemic. We have developed the power to realize opportunities that only decades ago were casted as fantasy. Conquer new territory in the fields of technology and science, and yes, fulfill even greater feats than that of Sir Isaac Newton. But with great power comes great responsibility. We end our journey at the beginning of a new era, one where we will be faced with the choice to choose between honesty and lie, between extremism and centrism, and between sympathy and narcissism. As we leave the hallowed halls of red and black, may we now understand that we are the guardians of our freedom, the protectors of our justice, and most importantly, a tribe of scholars, not looking to invade or demean, but to compromise. My fellow Cougars, may your path be filled with success on the journey ahead. Thank you.
Good morning, fellow students, parents, faculty, and distinguished guests. My name is Lauren Kong, and I have had the honor of serving as the Student Government Association President for the 2020-2021 school year. This morning, I have the distinct pleasure of introducing our principal, Mrs. Thomas. I first met Mrs. Thomas at her interview for the principal position, and I was immediately impressed by her enthusiasm and dedication to making our school's environment the best it can be. 3 years later, I can confidently say that she has more than delivered on that commitment. Each year, Mrs. Thomas has been consistently present in the Cougar community to reinforce our most important values and a friendly face to support us in experiencing excellence. On a personal note, having Mrs. Thomas as my principal and forming a close relationship with her has been one of the highlights of my high school career. She always reminds me and the rest of the school that we can't hide our Cougar pride. Cougar community, please stand and join me in welcoming our principal, Mrs. Elizabeth Thomas.
Thank you. Well, good morning. See, that was a way for you to shake it all out. You may be seated. Thank you, graduates. It was a way for us all to stretch. Good morning to the Honorable Ms. Stromdrowski, Dr. Monifa McKnight, Mr. Kutos, Dr. Floyd Cooper, Quince Orchard staff, parents, families, cluster principals, and most importantly, the class of 2021. You made it. I'm extremely proud of you and all you have accomplished during these past 4 years. I'm honored to be a mere glimmer of your journey at Quince Orchard High School and in your educational experience. That journey was a little different, but it does not change the outcome. You have continued to showcase excellence in every single thing that you do. New and challenging ways were your forte. Class of 2021, I know this year didn't begin the way you envisioned, and it probably didn't end in a way that you ever imagined. You probably own a collection of reusable or washable masks. You're an expert at social distancing, and you greet each other now with a little elbow bump or a fist pump. You're an expert at a virtual hug. And these trying times have changed the way that we do things. Our daily routines, familiar traditions, and senior milestones morphed into new normals, innovative firsts, and new standards of excellence. You discovered pioneering ways to create memories and come together to have fun. This new world was filled with Zoom classrooms, Canvas, Student View, Remind, Talking Points, Pear Deck, Nearpod, Padlet, Flipgrid, and the list goes on. Breakout rooms, hashtag you're on mute again, Miss Thomas. Hashtag use the chat, Miss Thomas. You've navigated all these things and you remain the drivers of what we needed to showcase Cougar Pride. You were the ones that advocated for a safe, partial, in-person return to school. You were the ones who advocated for a return to play, for the ability to have marching band, color guard, and theater back on campus. That was all you, class of 2021. You are the ones that will force all educators, all humans, to rethink education beyond a brick and mortar classroom. I know that was not by choice. No, it was never your first choice. But you took the opportunity to show the world you are unstoppable. You are watching, you are listening, and you will not be quiet. You will not sit back and allow people to make decisions without your voice. And for that, I will forever be changed. You have inspired me by your advocacy for social justice, your demand for what is right, and your commitment for helping us all become the anti-racist educators and leaders you deserve. We must do better, and you have been that force for change. You have demonstrated how student groups through SGA, MSP, Saga, and theater can come together to start a movement that will always make a change. Don't ever forget what you have done and the impact you have made on all of us at Quince Orchard High School. The class of 2021 will forever be remembered in history as the class that triumphed over COVID-19. This bond that joins each one of you is stronger than any virus or any obstacle you will ever face. Your tenaciousness and hard work will continue to serve you well as you pioneer through this uncharted territory. We know and believe this because you are the amazing class of 2021. How amazing? Let me share some stats. This is the first class in Quince Orchard history with 49 seniors who have earned an A in every single class they took in high school. Today, we celebrated an unprecedented 49 valedictorians. As many of you know, Quince Orchard boasts a wide variety of signature programs that each include an advanced placement capstone course. Our class of 2021 celebrates 5 visual arts scholars, 16 computer science scholars, 8 media and communication gaming scholars, 26 music scholars, 78 social science scholars, 9 law scholars, 3 education scholars, come back to QO, we might have a job for you, and 22 Project Lead the Way scholars. Years ago, the Quince Orchard community set a lofty goal that every Quince Orchard student would have the opportunity to experience at least one college-level course in high school. This year, class of 2021, 413 of you actualized that aspiration. Of those, 168 students completed 5 or more AP courses during their high school careers and are designated AP scholars. Today, we take time to acknowledge your hard work and celebrate you. Class of 2021, you didn't just excel at academics. You showcased your excellence in service as volunteers in our community. You invested in giving back and providing help to those in need. Even during the pandemic, you made time to find ways to be helpers. And it is my honor to recognize our 88 seniors who have earned the Superintendent's Certificate of Meritorious Service, distinguished by a purple tassel and awarded to those who have completed a minimum of 240 student service learning hours. I'm especially proud to share that our seniors have contributed 84,000 hours to community service. Thank you. Thank you for your selfless contributions to our school and community while always showcasing Cougar Pride. Class of 2021, we have one student who has committed to continuing their service to our country by being admitted and attending the United States Military Academy at West Point. Please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. If you have served or are currently serving our country, please stand and know how much we appreciate you. Thank you for your service to our country. If you are an essential worker and have continued to support our nation and community during the pandemic, we thank you and want you to know that we are proud to have you as part of our Quince Orchard community, and thank you for helping us be together today. Please stand and be recognized. We would not be able to move forward without you. Thank you. And class of 2021, you have experienced excellence on the stage and as part of the crew for multiple plays and musicals, even if they were virtual. You have showcased your excellence as you took the field as part of our marching band and color guard. You showcased your excellence in multiple art competitions, mock trials, robotics competitions, It's Academic, just to name a few. You have been fiercely competitive on the field, on the court, on the track, and in the pool. While we did not have a typical fall, winter, or spring season, so many of our student athletes have worn the black and red throughout their time at Quince Orchard. We have 26 athletes who have been awarded scholarships to pursue their respective sport at the college level. 36 of our seniors have lettered in a varsity sport all 4 years in high school. Congratulations. And this year, Quince Orchard High School had a unique experience with athletics, to say the least. While there were no regional or state finals yet, we had 3 teams go undefeated in the non-traditional fall season, and currently we have 1 in the spring season. Congratulations to all of our seniors who earned a varsity letter wearing the QO red and black. Thank you. And class of 2021, there's a long list of people who have committed to your success. On this list are your parents, your family members, your neighbors, who have given you encouragement, guidance, and unconditional support. They are followed by your teachers and dedicated Quince Orchard staff members. I have witnessed firsthand the thousands of hours they have dedicated to work with you. Your family, your teachers, counselors, coaches, administrators, and so many staff members are here today because they genuinely care and love you. They are so proud of what you have accomplished. This is your turn, your time, your chance to build the future you desire and believe in. Your talented class make Quince Orchard a better school and a stronger community. Now you will use your many talents to make our world a better place too. Class of 2021, wherever you go from this day forward, you are ready to build upon your successes at Quince Orchard. And always remember, we can't hide our Cougar Pride. Class of 2021, you are an outstanding class, and I am proud to call you graduates of Quince Orchard High School. I would now like to bring to the podium the Honorable Miss Rebecca Stromdrowski, member of the Montgomery County Board of Education. Ms. Stromdrowski, would you please join me? I am so honored to have Ms. Stromdrowski with us here today. She is serving her 3rd term as member of the Board of Education and represents our district. She is currently chair of the Committee on Special Populations and a member of the Policy Management Committee. For many years, she served as an elected local and countywide PTSA leader. She has served on the Montgomery County Council of Parent-Teacher Associations in many capacities, including Quince Orchard Cluster Coordinator. She has served as an executive board member of the Rachel Carson Elementary PTA. Ms. Stromdrowski has spent countless hours on behalf of students of the Quince Orchard community and the students of Montgomery County Public Schools, and we are proud to have her with us today. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Quince Orchard High School, I recommend to you the members of the class of 2021 as qualified candidates for the State of Maryland diploma.
Thank you.
Good morning, Cougars. So one of the most exciting and certainly one of my favorite parts of being on the Board of Education is officiating at the graduations. And on behalf of my colleagues, our acting superintendent, Dr. Munifa McKnight, and her staff, I offer you all our sincerest congratulations. We know you didn't get here alone, though, so I'd like you all to take a minute and turn and give a round of applause to everyone here who has supported you through these years and helped you get to where you are here today. As the parent of a QO graduate from 2018, I always love seeing the faces of graduates that I know. Graduates like Joseph DePaul and Ben Daughtry, Annabella Collette, and so many others that I've had the pleasure of watching grow up over the years. You all made it. And let me just say that even though the ability to possibly wear my pajamas while officiating a graduation on Zoom isn't altogether terrible, I am absolutely thrilled that we are all here in person today. So there isn't ever enough time to say everything I would like, especially since I'm basically all that stands between you and your after parties, diplomas. But I wanted to start off by acknowledging how amazing this QO community is. Our very own Washington Post award-winning Ms. Thomas, Principal of the Year. Yes, right? All of your cluster principals, whether they're all here or not, and all of their staff are key parts of what makes our system so great. So for everything that all of you all do on behalf of MCPS, our students and parents here today, I say thank you. So thank you all. Are you excited, graduates? Yeah? Well, every year I struggle to come up with a witty graduation speech that I hope will amuse and inspire our graduates while leaving them with a little guidance and something to remember. But in talking to people over the years, I've come to realize two things. Number one, nobody really ever remembers any of it. And number two, I'm just not that funny. But that said, a while ago, I was at an event and I heard a poem that, in my opinion, embraces everything that I believe today stands for. So I'm going to share it with you. And it goes like this. If you think you are beaten, you are. If you think you dare not, you don't. If you like to win, but think you can't, it's almost certain you won't. If you think you'll lose, you're lost, for out of this world we find success begins with a fellow's will. It's all in your state of mind. If you think you are outclassed, you are. You've got to think high to rise. You've got to be sure of yourself before you can ever win a prize. Life's battles don't always go to the stronger or faster man, but soon or late, the man who wins is the man who thinks he can. After today, I implore each of you to dream big, aim high, take chances. You'll make mistakes, but don't be discouraged. Change your mind and be brave. And don't be afraid to mess up. You're going to anyways, so you may as well enjoy the process. And never confuse a single failure for a final defeat, as some of our greatest successes in life come from changing our path due to something else having gone wrong. And the fact is, whether you know it yet or not, regret is always more painful than failure. Be kind, have fun, turn up the music and dance. You only get to live this life once, and it goes by faster than you would think. So live life fully and experience everything that you possibly can. Have fun and be crazy, because it really is okay to be weird. But and it's important to take advantage of everything technology has to offer, but it's also important to know when it's time to put it down. And never regret the time you spend with your family, because it will always be worth it. And as you head off into the next chapter of your lives, just know you're not missing anything at home, but it's okay to miss it. And most importantly, as you go out into this amazing and sometimes crazy world, if you remember nothing else from this speech, I hope you'll always remember this. When in doubt, if you're doing something that you wouldn't be proud to tell your parents about, you probably shouldn't be doing it. I feel like it's a good way to judge. You all are graduating from one of the nation's top schools, and everything you have gone through to get you to this day will allow you to take advantage of the opportunities that are before you now. Whether you are off to work, college, or the military, the culture of your school has shaped you into the people that you are today. You've worked hard to get here, and for some of you, it wasn't as easy as for others, but you did it. You've faced and conquered academic challenges that have given you tools to craft a lifetime of learning and lived through a once-in-a-lifetime worldwide pandemic. And you managed to graduate anyways. COVID has taught you what it means to be flexible and how to navigate through unexpected challenges and thrive. Over the years, you've participated in amazing clubs, sports, and activities that have sparked your passions and taught you the importance of living every day to the fullest. And as you celebrate this milestone, I hope you will remember all that you have learned and experienced here at Quince Orchard and throughout your Montgomery County public school years. You did it. So, what do you think? Are you all ready to graduate officially? Personally, I think it's been a really long year, and I'm excited to see some caps flying. So let's make it official. By the virtue of the authority vested in the Board of Education of Montgomery County, Under the laws of the state of Maryland, I do now award diplomas or certificates evidencing the satisfactory completion of prescribed courses of study to the students of Quince Orchard High School who are recommended for graduation by the faculty of this school. In receiving this diploma or certificate, each of you is entitled to all of the privileges and honors accorded graduates of a high school accredited by the Maryland State Department of Education. Congratulations, Cougars. You are officially graduated.
Nice job.
Claire Lillestrom. Lauren Kong. Alexandra Burke. Dante Thompson. Phoebe Portboy. Sharetha Makar. Stacy Shin. James Dwan. Amy Vin. Anya Cisse. Alexander Schreier. Afia Berkotrema.
Ivana Butake. Butaki. Kiana Getz. Simo Agritelis. Kyla Alaluth. Hanin Aridi. Paul Beltran. Kayla Bleich. Andrew Brown. Maxwell Carreras. Shane Chang. Monica Chen. Megan Creasy. Akansha DeVay. Height DC. Jasmine Echiona. Cameron Enright. Sarah Gizabi. Eliana Goldsep. Madison Hunt. Nadula Kadewaidua. Ethan Kaplan. Alexander Karasik. Harsan Misojev. Erica Myers. Amelia Nist. Sophia Orischan. Haley Orishchan. Eleanor Palmer. Natalie Price. Fabiana Rykoff. Evan Rubman. Diego Santos.
That way we'll know it's you.
Daniel Shea. Jacob Shields. Caroline Simmons. John Tenali. Alexa Tober. Jasmine Tran. Brady Wales. Samuel Waters.
Jacob Wow. Carly Abbott. Al Maria Abdul Shakar. Jaden Acevedo. Gabriel Acosta Custodio. Aaron Adu. Jocelyn Aguilera Correz. Alex Ahanel Almezcatia. Araya Alabay. Robert Alban. Roberto Alberto Delgado. Brandon Alexander. Brian Alfaro. Colton Alamong. Baranger Allen. Gabby Allen. Jada Allen. Ryan Ali. Dylan Beach. Michaela Belkin. Nicole Almeida Chavez. Anderson Alvarado Franco. Jose Alvarez Vergara. Gabriel Amaya. Reagan Ambrose. Edmark Anchetta. Chelsea Nor Aragello. Prince Asedu. Gabriel Austin. Ingrid Avalos Figueroa. Anaya Badmus. Tanasia Baker. Christopher Bancroft. Haley Baptiste.
Soraya Baptiste. Ryan Barnes. Cora Barr. Chloe Barsness. Hafsa Bayraktar. Haley Beard. Jack Allnut. Tyra Benfica. Giovanni Benitez. Tatiana Bernal Rivas. Brenda Bernardo Pineda. Olivia Berry. Ariane Bickham. Alexandra Boggs. Christy Ann Bonkungu. Leanna Boyce. Zeta Bright. Brianna Bryant. Timothy Bakula. Emily Butwinick. Daniela Calles Mendez. Vivian Cow. Juliana Capraro. Keely Carranza Diaz.
Rachel Christensen. Liam Connolly. Carla Iloretta.
William Erickson. Alex Carter. Sasha Carter. Andrea Castaneda. Tyler Cawley. Brandon Cavey. Marcel Chapman. Aiden Charles. Andrew Charleston. Inshal Chaudhry. Nancy Chavarria Castillo.
Cindy Chavez Lopez. Samuel Chen. Clayton Chenault. Michael Cheris. Gilmar Sharif. Nancy Chavez. Kenichi Chima. Emma Christensen.
Luz Marina Contreras Quintanilla. Davis Copenhaver. Natalie Cornejo. Charles Coton Chornick. Annabella Collette.
All good. Got all day.
Ella Colson. Calvin Courbois. Delilah Cruz. Kevin Cruz. Sarah Cruz Montoya. Angel Cruz Juarez. Sam Dacey. Sherelle Degani. Alyssa Dalen. Ben Daltrey. Lauren Davis. Say your first name. Atia Dean Graham. I got you.
Galilea Escamillo Cortez. Comea Ivanlo. Brandon Fantasia. Lindsay Farber. Javier Gonzalez. Nina Godarzi. Natalie Del Cid Mena.
George Demos. Vinny Denzel. Brandon D'Souza. Joseph DePaul. Thomas DeRose. Mohamed Diallo. Grace DiMartini. Autumn Dionisio. Isaiah Domain. Andrew Dondero. Benjamin Dubin. Elizabeth Duval. Elliot Eager. Luis Castillo Torres. Jamie Elder. Christopher Elias. Ruben Ellenport.
Brandon Farfan. Stephanie Faustino Velasquez. Justin Feinstein. Anna Feller. Christopher Ferentinos. Luciano Fernandez. Dennis Fernandez, Guatemala. Alexander Festic Jen. Carly Flisher. Jeffrey Flores Ortega.
Julian Goodwin. Ian Grafmuller. Jasmine Grandison. Amir Gray.
Amir.
Casey Guardado. Dalia Guevara. Jacqueline Guzman Miranda. Isabella Gutierrez.
Tyler Eister. Tony Fitzgerald.
Amina Janae. Ian Joe Griner.
Essence Ford. Jessica Jandres. Jacob Ford Gonzalez. Marissa Forrester. Osbert Fosu Watson. Gabriel Fouts. Devin Frazier. Madeline Friedman. Katerina Gostick. Emmerich Galamo. Vanessa Galeana. Ruben Galvez. Jocelyn Garcia. Crisia Garcia Ramirez. Darlene Gaskin. Lucia Garsovic. Jaskarin Gill. Lisbeth Gomez. Bairo Flores.
Shantone Ha. Tasvia Hawk. Abby Hay. Michael Heath. Audrey Herbert. Julian Hernandez. Amelia Herrera. Amita Herrera Linares. Caroline Herzon.
Daniel Johnson. Nicholas Johnson. Max Johnston. Faith Jones. Kelly Jones. Khalid Jones. Mohammed Kabir. Mason Kazarowski. Benjamin Kaler. Sydney Katzman. Jason Leibowitz. Mark Olivier Lima. Chloe Levine.
Courtney Hirsch. Domenko Leva Montalvo. Justin Holmberg. Cameron Holt. Sanice Horton. Arafat Hossein. Han Nguyen. Connor Iorio. Nicole Irahola. Faish Iyer. Maheen Aishi. Devin Jackson. India Jackson. Tyree Jackson. Shajia Jaffrey. Muriega Jaga. Anaya Jane.
Michael Keller. Teddy Kelly. Uniza Khan. Colton King. Emmanuel King. Jason King. Taylor Kirkpatrick. Zolani Chizito. Emily Klaus. Sarah Klimo. Maria Klochkova.
Sue Lee.
Alexa Linchuk.
Alan Liu. Tracy Liu. Thomas Loftus. Josue Longa. Jessica Lopez Mena. Brian Lovo. Ivania Mahia Guevara. Johannes Mekbib. Gabriel Marilos. Ritzi Menza Zuniga.
Alana Knights. Jacolia Kofi. Samantha Krakowski. Abigail Kramer. Zachary Kraus. Jordana Kravitz. Sean Krisoff. Chloe Kuma. Denasia Kyle. Jeremy Lawn. Isela Lainez. John Lalos. Talia Landa. Andrew Lee. William Leatherwood. Maria Landetta.
Max Liu. Ryan Liu. Eunice Bala. Zlatina Movidivera. Jesus Mata. Andre Masanago. Kaylee Paulino.
Catherine Martinez. Nicholas Patterson. Anton Parmack. Deborah Marroquin. Sean Martin. Alex Mills. Matthew Minton. Elvis Miai. Michael Gray Monkovich. Alejandra Moltaban. Karen Montoya de la O. Kamjavali Mompaveri. Kumari Yasmin Morales. Kristen Owens. Neba Ozer. Lilia Paltala. Isabel Pardo. Alessandro Parisotto. Kylie Parker.
Gowrie Mullick. Daniel Maximo. Isabella Monkpentai. Benedict Mimbalo. Dylan Mimbasa. Kendall Lumsden. Brandick McBride Jr. Connor McCall. Alyssa McCall. Colin McHugh. Kendall McHugh. Israela McKenzie. Nathan McLemore. Amanda McNeil.
Marvin Mufu. Benjamin Mulatto. Sharon Mungai. Joshua Mwepu. Roman Mahailu. Taiki Nugao. Luis Adrian Nario. Eileen Navarrete. Elena Newman. Ellie Nickel. Emma Nickel.
Abigail Perlman. Karen Pena Landaverde. Brian Pence. Marcos Perez Ortiz. Ricardo Pineda. Johanna Pixton Lopez. Brian Plummer. Javier Pineda. Benjamin Porter. Anthony Romano. Israel Romero. Sierra Romero. Ella Ramo. Okay. Maya Ronick. Charles Ross. Adriana Ruano. Michael Rubio Aravello. Mia Ruiz. Elmer Ruiz Santos. Olivia Ryder.
Marcus Nicholas. Matthew Neal. Edwin Nolasco. Andrew Nyanga. Ryan O'Connor. Kirby Obi. Jennifer Orellana Lopez. Jania Oscar. Renee Wenya.
Jonathan Posadas Pinion. Molly Prendergast. Tyrese Pugh. Connor Quinn. Deborah Quintanilla Diaz. Jonathan Quinteros Alvarado. Christopher Ramsahai. Malachi Ray. Carla Renderos. Daniel Resendez.
Mind Sword for Thong. Jared Saban. Charles Sahonia. Sam Salem. Dennis Sanabria. Catherine Samaro. Stephanie Santos. Dairy Santos. Jasmine Saucedo Guzman. Jack Saeg. Casey Stansblack. Reed Stiles. Samantha Stillwell. Benjamin Strober. Jack Taliano. Ariana Tan. Nathine Tangirala. Bailey Thaxton. Declan Tilton. Do you want Salazar? Sharon Torres. Zach Torre.
Mia Resnauskov. Carlos Reyes. Lauren Reyes. Oscar Reyes. Sandra Reyes Ramos. Tyler Richardson. Malat Richburg. Damian Robinson. Lydian Roddy.
Joseph Shiner. Julie Seminara. Kaylee Seawall. Ari Shea. Carlos Seguenza. Wesley Simons. Eric Humans.
Davis Yule. Christina Yankarelli. Michelle Yav. Joseph Yang. Andy Yang. Kieran Yala. Gabriel Tercios Mira. Jackson Tyree. Isaac Yurzar. Romel Daniel Pineda. Jonathan Urquila. Jason Usatine.
Miguel Valladares. Davon Wright. Frank Yagaka. Marissa Tozy.
Shayla Smith. Riley Smith. Hensley Smith. Will Simpkins.
Jaden Young. Justin Yu. Karen Zacharias. Luis Zamorano.
Logan Snow. Irene Song. Wilmer Jimenez. Rebecca Soto.
Anna Soykan.
Amon Spencer. Jaron Spencer. Ella Spurgeon. Ragav Srinivasan.
Madison Van Dyke. Giovanna Viana. Brianna Villegas. Alexander Wong. Amaya Watson. Andrew Wexler. Jeremiah White. Jakari Williams.
Jeremy Zella. Hamlin Zhang. William Zhang. Eddie Martinez.
Remember you after that.
Johnny Arevalo. Juliana Owusu. Takira Hawkins. Justin Lim. Nazami Scott Mirza. Deasia Morris. Francisco Benitez. Steven Zhang. Dana Wopi. Sarah Wopi.
Andrew Wilson. Edward Williams. London Whaley. Princess Watson. Eli Wiesel. Lance Wong. Sarah Wood.
Good afternoon, friends, families, dignitaries, staff, and fellow students of the graduating class of 2021. My name is Afia Berko-Cheme, and I've had the honor of serving as your senior class president. Today, all graduating students were given a rose. The rose you received serves as a reminder of your time spent at QO. Although your diploma will have only your name on it, it's important to remember that this journey would not have been possible without the help of your friends, teachers, and families. After the ceremony, offer your rose to someone you feel has been instrumental to your success as a high school student. Now, I ask everyone to turn their attention to the back of their program where the lyrics of our alma mater can be found. This composition, written by the Cougar combo of Philip Proctor and Justin Indovina, will be performed by our talented orchestra. Please rise and follow along in singing Quince Orchard's very own alma mater. Thank you and congratulations.
Oh, here it is.
Good morning, graduates, families, dignitaries, and staff. My name is Clara Lillestrom, and I have had the privilege of serving as the class vice president for the past 3 years. Today, I have the distinct pleasure of leading our tassel ceremony. The tassel before graduation symbolizes our time as students, not only our academic experience, but the friendships, connections, and memories that have helped support us through it all. I encourage each graduate to reflect on your individual accomplishments and how far you've come. All of the hard work has paid off. As we make this leap from student to graduate, please join me in moving your tassel from right to left. Friends, family, dignitaries, and staff, I am pleased to present to you the Spring 2021 graduating class of Quince Orchard High School. Congratulations.
There goes one. You missed it. There it is.
Thank you very much for joining us today. We will exit in a controlled way and let the celebrations begin. Graduates, as you exit, you will look for your diplomas. After you exit the Cougar Dome sign, parents, we ask that you respectfully exit the way that you entered. Thank you so much, and never hide your Cougar pride. Congratulations.